Bright Duty. Every student matters.
pH is very important. You might think it's just an indicator to tell you acid or base, but pH value is used in everyday life. It is such a useful tool. How is it used in everyday life and what are its implications? That we will understand in the next part. So, moving on to that part, the first implication is of plants and animals. Now, human body has a pH of 7 to 7.8. It does not, there is a if there's a variation from 7 to 7.8, then it will create problems and disorders. The bodily function will be damaged. All animals, human or not, they also exist in a particular pH range, and it is very important for them that the pH is appropriate for their survival. That is why sometimes when in aquatic water there is a lot of acid rain, the aquatic life is harmed because the pH of the water gets disturbed. Acid rain has a pH of 5.6, and if animals are attuned to 7.8 kind of pH and their atmosphere is made highly acidic, then their bodily functions get damaged. That is one harm of acid rain. More we will study as we go on. The second is soil. So plants also for growing need a certain type of pH. The pH is normally around 7. The more it is closer to 7, the better the pH. But sometimes it becomes too acidic. Why does it become acidic? It becomes acidic because of acid rain. Things like acid rain can decrease the pH of the soil to an extent where it is not healthy for the plants to grow. In that cases, we add calcium hydroxide to the soil to neutralize the effect. It can also become too basic. Basic nature happens because of fertilizers. So what fertilizers do is, fertilizers are salts of ammonia which can make the soil basic. To cover that up, we add manure, and manure reacts with the basic nature and makes the soil neutral again. So to change the nature of soil, we can add either manure if it's too basic, or we can add calcium hydroxide if it is too acidic. So that is the other harm that is done by acid rain. Now moving on to the third implication is digestive system. So you have studied this in your biology portion that our stomach produces HCl. The linings of the stomach produce hydrochloric acid, which is important part of digestion. But sometimes it happens because of any problem that too much acid is being created by the stomach. When this happens, there is irritability and uneasiness, and this phenomena is commonly called as acidity in layman terms. So what happens is that there is excessive amount of HCl, and that HCl is now, because as we studied here, that it is very highly acidic. So the more it starts the burning sensation just above the stomach. So to prevent this, what do? We take antacids. Antacids are medications which are actually just a base, something like milk of magnesia. They are weak bases, and once taken, they interact with the HCl produced by the stomach and they neutralize it to form salt, and the problem of acidity is solved. So we can take antacids, but we do not take very strong bases because we don't want the atmosphere of the stomach to turn basic. That is not good. The stomach should be acidic, but when it becomes too acidic because of any indigestion, then antacids are taken which neutralize the effect. A common antacid is milk of magnesia. Which is actually magnesium hydroxide. Others can be sodium bicarbonate, not sodium hydroxide. So that are the first three implications. How does it affect plants and animals in their own systems? How does it influence the soil in which plants are grown? And how does it influence the digestive system? Now moving on to the tooth decay. That is the fourth important aspect of pH in our life. The normal pH of mouth is 6.7. The moment the pH goes below 5.5, in our teeth are made of a substance called as enamel. So enamel starts corroding when the pH goes below 5.5. When the pH goes below 5.5, the enamel starts getting destroyed. That is corrosion. So when enamel starts corroding, tooth decay happens. Now why does it happen? Why does the pH go below 5.5? It can go down because when we eat some food and we do not clean our mouth properly, the food is left behind and the food is digested by the bacteria in our mouth. When the bacteria digest the food, acid is being produced in that process. That acid leads to the increase in the acidity of our mouth. Because of this, if it goes below 5.5, tooth decay will occur. So tooth decay can be prevented by rinsing your mouth properly after eating food. So when there is no food, the bacteria will not digest anything, so the pH value will remain stable. Another thing that we do is we use toothpaste. Toothpaste is a basic substance which neutralizes the acid produced by the bacteria, and it again makes the pH remain at 5.5. The last implication is bee stings. So a lot of animals other than bees also have they sting you, and when they sting you, there you can see a red color patch appear, and it's highly irritable, its burning sensation happens. Why does that occur is because with the sting, bees leave acid on your skin. When they leave that acid, the acid stings. So how do we solve it? We add some dilute bases like sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is baking soda, or we can also apply toothpaste. If you apply base on that acid, the effect of the acid will be neutralized, a salt will be formed, and the pain will go away. So these are the 5 implications of many of pH values in real life. pH is not just to measure it in chemical settings, but also in everyday life. You can see our digestive system, our teeth health, our dental health, if things that happen to everybody, even nettle leaves, leaf stings. So all those kind of things are relevant here, and once we understand this in a proper manner, we are better able to deal with the problems that we encounter. That's all for this part.